So, alright guys, so today is day 88 of my 90-day video series that I've brought to this channel. 90 days of quitting alcohol. No, sorry, quitting alcohol for 90 days. Today is day 88, in brackets. I have something that I need to do right now which is really weighing on me. It's weighed on me all day. It's weighed on me all week. Yesterday I made a video discussing, but look, to be honest guys, I put up the video yesterday for an hour and a half, and it had about 50 views. It had about 9 likes. It was going really, really well. But unfortunately, my anxiety took over and I couldn't keep it up there because I just couldn't trust what I'd said. I could not trust it. At the time, I've got the best of intentions. At the time, I believe what I'm saying. But an hour or two later, it's really hard to sort of stick to your guns. And we've got to the stage tonight where I do have my last drink, my last sort of sip in the cup over there, ready to be consumed. And you know, I think I mentioned yesterday, I really don't recall what I said because I was drunk at the time. And yesterday was just an absolute fucking nightmare, and I'm gonna try and get into it. But yeah, I think I should probably just have this last drink, just to get it over with. You know what I mean? As much as some of you may not believe me right now, and as much as at times I tell myself that I cannot even believe myself, I have the best of intentions of turning this all around tomorrow. Big time. And so I really can't believe that it's come to this point. You know, tomorrow's my mum's birthday. Tomorrow is day 89 of this 90-day transformation. And it's like, at this point, I've just had an absolute gutsful. I've had enough. I've had enough of, and the cliche goes, right? And I've never wanted to use this cliche, but it's fucking true. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. And this morning I woke up and I was absolutely fucked. But we'll get into that. We will get into that because today has been interesting. I mean, it's just another day, really. It's another Groundhog Day, but it's a day that I woke up feeling worse than normal. And it's a day that I needed to lean on the help of alcohol to sort of get me out of that. And I've noted down, actually, in my notes on my phone, I've noted down this thought, and that is that, and it only came today. I mean, it's come in the past, but I because today's my last day, I noted it down because I do want to discuss it in future. And that is that when you realize that it doesn't matter how bad you feel in the morning, if you can stomach somehow, some way, a couple of standard drinks, it's going to alleviate the immediate pain, be that through headaches, sick stomach, anxiety. Those are the 3 major symptoms for me. If you can, and I've got no problem with saying that, I mean, it's the truth, and it took me probably took me about 12 years of drinking to realize this, is that, look, if you do wake up then that next day and you feel hungover, which is inevitable, but you just feel that little bit too hungover, where you're like, oh Jesus Christ, all I want to do is put my head in a pillow with a blacked out room, an air conditioner going at 20 degrees, and just try and just ride this out. Well, times past, that has happened to me, but I haven't had anything to do that day, and I've gotten up at like probably 3, 4, maybe 5 o'clock in the evening after fucking just laying out the whole entire day, and I've gotten up and I've actually finally had a good enough stomach to like eat some food, and I've gone down and eaten some food, and 7 o'clock, I mean, I'm smoking weed at this point, so I am smoking weed 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 at night, and I'll probably go to sleep at that point. That's a shit day. Even though I am smoking weed, that's a pretty shit day. At that point, I really wasn't aware of basically I didn't have alcohol in the house so that I was even able to try this theory. But the theory is that, look, you wake up hungover, sick, ill, just feeling like absolute shit. If you can somehow muster up the courage to sink a few drinks, because that alcohol, most probably because you've drunk like 20 standard drinks the night before, if not more, is not completely out of your body, you have the ability to get back on that level. And all it takes is, I'm going to say downing like 3, I'm going to say, look, I'm going to overestimate here, I'm going to say 4 or 5 standard drinks over an hour period, which if you are mixing your own is absolutely possible. Doesn't matter what you're drinking. 5 standard drinks, if you had that in a pill and you woke up with the worst hangover in the entire world. Look, they have fucking IV lounges so that you can get over your hangover. If I could somehow compress 5 standard drinks plus a whole bunch of water and electrolytes and all that shit, but we're not talking about that. The IV lounges can take care of that. But if I could somehow put into a pill 5 standard alcoholic drinks, this would be and I could, somehow disguise it as something else. This would be the ultimate hangover cure. And it's when you realize that things are going to get really, really dicey and that slope is going to get real slippery. So I realized that, I'm going to say probably a year ago, something like that. Basically, whenever I drank in the past, I would binge drink and I'd get really, really drunk, but I wouldn't have any leftover alcohol in the house. But being that I am sort of a daily drinker at the moment, I'm always going to have some left over. And so that strategy of drinking in the morning became possible. Now, I'm not going to say that I've done it every day, but I have done it. And I do have a little bit of sort of, I respect myself enough to not do that very often. But this morning was one of those mornings, and I did it. And the only reason why I haven't given up completely and just gone into full-blown self-sabotage mode is because I truly believe that I am better than this. I truly believe that I have more to offer in this world, and I've also got more to receive as far as my life's concerned. I am not willing to give up my life and devote it to drug and alcohol addiction. I'm not willing to do it. And it's that determination that I had as a kid in these, little kid, like just teenage stuff. I mean, sports, anything I did, any competition, I was determined to be the best. And that determination, that drive, if something means enough to me, is the only thing that has carried me through to this point. And the only thing that's actually allowed me to get up in the morning after drinking 15, 16 standard drinks and actually get to the gym and actually do a workout and actually fucking just try and just hold on by the fucking skin of my teeth to my physical fitness and my physical physique. I mean, I am just, if I don't stop it now, it's only going to get worse. It is a slippery slope, and I know that. As much as I don't want to admit that, I know that. So tonight is literally the last night. This is it. This is fucking it. And I've said that before. I know I said that literally probably 55 days ago. I think it was day 30 or day 35 or something. I was in Christchurch and I've gone back to Alice Springs and now I'm in fucking Townsville, and all I'm doing, guys, is running away from the fucking problem. That's what I've been doing. And I know that. So I've actually made probably 3 or 4 videos prior to this one. I've put them up on the channel for like an hour whilst I've been drunk. I see what kind of views come in, and I really positively receive the comments that come in, and then inevitably once I stop drinking, 2-3 hours later, once I've started smoking weed, I start second guessing myself, and I end up deleting that video. And then what all that means is that my viewers and my subscribers simply don't know what the fuck I'm doing. And I mentioned it in the last video that someone did comment saying, "Are you in jail? Like, what are you doing?" I mean, I'd love to be able to vlog from jail. I mean, that would be quite interesting. And I've often thought that jail might be. Do you know how fucked up this is? This is really fucked up. I have often thought that jail might be better than my current situation. I've got shelter, I've got 3 meals, I've got no access to drugs or alcohol, although I believe that you probably could get them wherever you are if you're willing to pay. But I mean, basically it's like a real, for anyone on drugs or alcohol, for anyone that's been addicted for years, going to jail would just be an opportunity to sober up. It'd be an opportunity to sort of get your life back in order, get your affairs back in order, get your thoughts back in order. And then the majority of them would get out and fuck it all up again, because they'd catch up with their old mates and they'd get high, and that'd be it. And then they'd be like, "Oh fuck, here I am again. I'm going to do this for as long as I can endure, and then I'm going to commit a crime and go back to jail." And I get that. And I don't know what that's like, but I can appreciate it, you know what I mean? And yeah, I mean, the journey, the road that I'm going down at the moment can only lead to one point, and that is like something like that. But I am just going to try my best. Tonight is the last night, and I am going to drink my final drink on camera. For anyone wondering, I am watching a podcast about rugby league, because throughout all of this I've been able to maintain my interest in certain sports, and rugby league is one of them. And so whether it's white noise in the background or whether I'm actually concentrating is neither here nor there, because depending on what state I'm in is going to determine how much of it I actually take in, but basically, this is it. Honestly, I think it's day 88. It might be day 87, but we will determine that soon. But yeah, I mean, my life has got me to this point, guys. Holy shit. Can't believe this, man. This is pretty intense. And I'm not sharing it with anyone. You know, I'm by myself. And that's all I've done. I've just run away. I've run away from family and friends that really care about me. I've hidden myself. I've shelled myself away from relationships and people that could have, you know, really brought some positivity to my life, because I've just been way too anxious and way too depressed and way too just addicted to substances, and that has just led me to this point. So this is my last drink. And the thing is, like, these addiction programs, like similar to the likes of intervention. See, if you were to intervene me right now when I had this last drink in my hand, that would not go down well, because I never did it on my own terms. And I know there's people out there that will never be able to do it on their own terms because they're too weak, but I'm not. I can do this, and it's taken so many factors, so many life factors that we'll get into in future videos, not right now, because I just need to do this and I need to fucking sort it out. But the old intervention style, you know, taking them out of their comfort zone. In fact, I don't know how any of these people actually never realize that they're actually on a fucking documentary. I mean, if none of these addicts these days in the you know 21st century haven't seen the likes of intervention, man, I gotta stop. Let's get this shit over with. So many relationships broken, so many memories lost due to this.